Hey, what's going on, CoinOpTV subscribers? Robert Welcome here, and in this video, I want to talk about The Brave Archer Part 2, which I have on Blu-ray right here as part of the Brave Archer collection, recently released from Shout Factory. I did a video talking about The Brave Archer, the first one, and I thought let's continue the series, start talking about The Brave Archer Part 2, which came out in 1978 from director Cheh Chang, which is one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite directors from in the Shaw Brothers, archive, the library. He's kind of the main Shaw Brothers director out there. I think he had the most movies and stuff like that, and most of the movies that he made I actually like a lot, especially the Venom Mob movies. Those are some of my favorites. So this came out in 1978. Alexander Fu Sheng picks up where the last movie left off, but sort of jumps ahead a little bit. Again, a little bit jarring with the jump ahead. We get a voiceover narration, rapid fire, and a montage. And, just kind of like get you going right into the plot. Apparently the source material of this is like epic and there's a lot of stuff happening. And to condense it all into like a few movies, it was very challenging, as you'll see. And I wish they could have reworked this a little bit to make it a little more smooth, along the way. But when things get kind of going into the story plot, Alexander Fu Sheng's character is injured and he has to go to this abandoned restaurant and recover with his love interest there. The character's name is Hyung Young. Apologies if I'm not saying some of these names correctly, which is has been recast in the second movie. And I thought the original actress in the first movie playing Young was actually great. I loved her. I thought she actually stole the show. So now we've got a new actress by the name of Niu Niu, if I'm pronouncing that right, who's actually does a pretty great job. But I just think the first actress that they had in the first movie really was a standout, stuff like that. So it was kind of a missing element. But most of the movie, her and Fu Sheng's character are just in an abandoned warehouse. He's recovering from this fatal blow that he received. And there's different characters that come and go randomly to this restaurant, and they have some sparring and some fights and some matches there, and some dialogue, and you get more intrigue and more story and stuff like that. And he, Fu Sheng's just kind of watching along; he's not even really participating at all. And that was like a real low point for the movie for me. I was just like, look, I need to see Fu Sheng out there. He was kind of the star of the first movie, kind of almost takes like a little bit of a backseat for the second movie. We do get kind of some of the Venom Mod characters in this, of course. The Philip Kwok, Sun Xian is in this. Lo Mang appears a little more towards the end of the movie. We get some more stuff happening towards the end of the movie when Fu Sheng and Young leave the restaurant and they go connect with the Beggar's Clan, so there's a little more sort of happening there, like a little bit of a different location. Before we left there, we got an introduction to the Big Dipper fighting scene with the Shaolin monks, if that's what it was called, where they all sort of touch shoulders with their hands and form this kind of strong alliance where they're battling, and that's kind of a reoccurring thing that happens later in the movie and then in upcoming movies and stuff like that. So that was kind of interesting, although a little on the hokey side there, but it was referenced in that. Again, more recasting going on. This is the last time we'll see Danny Lee, who's recast in the next movie. The last time we'll see Johnny Wang, so they're at least in this movie, the first couple of movies, but then they're recast in future movies. So I would say, as far as a letter grade in The Brave Archer Part 2, I'm gonna give this a D+. And I know that sounds low. This is kind of a low point for the original 1, 2, 3 trilogy movies. I think things pick up again with the third part, but there's some fun moments, but a lot of it just kind of, is silly. And there's this female character in the restaurant that is sort of playing a mentally challenged person, and she's just like overdoing it, and it's just really bad and really cringy and doesn't really hold up well. I wish they would have done that differently, but who knows, in like the source material or something like that, maybe she was real critical to things and they had to sort of try and stay faithful. But Brave Archer Part 2, D+. Let's see, as far as the disc though, the Blu-ray goes, let's talk about that. We've got a full-length feature documentary on the entire Brave Archer franchise with different conversations. So they got some talking heads with some of the people involved in, historically some of the actors, and then some of the film critiques and stuff like that. So that was cool. We got a trailer and it says and more. I'm not quite sure what else the and more is. So good transfer, great documentary on this. Rest in peace, Alexander Fu Sheng. Wish you had more movies in your catalog. Thanks a bunch for watching. That's it for this video. If you like this, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up for CoinOpTV. We'll see you next time.